What if the real root of most mental health struggles isn't your thoughts or even past trauma, but disconnection? Not feeling seen, not feeling understood, feeling like you're too much or not enough. Today, we're talking about a therapeutic framework that puts connection at the center of healing, and it's probably one you've never heard of. Hi, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're talking about relational cultural theory. RCT says that humans grow through and toward connection. Relationships that feel mutual, respectful, energizing, and authentic, what RCT calls growth fostering relationships, are the foundation of mental well being. And when relationships become marked by shame, disconnection, or power imbalances, that is where suffering and isolation take root. Why haven't most people heard of RCT? Even though it is a widely used therapy by many therapists, it's still far less talked about than CBT, for example. One reason is that RCT is a humanistic, non directive approach. It doesn't rely on structured worksheets or homework, so it's harder to study in tightly controlled research settings. And it's also harder to package into a quick training. But it offers something really unique, a theory of healing built directly around real human connection. RCT grew out of the work of Dr. Jean Baker Miller and her colleagues at the Stone Center in the 1970s and 80s. They challenged older psychological models that focused heavily on independence, individualism, and self sufficiency. Their groundbreaking insight is that we don't heal in isolation, we heal in relationship. How this might look in therapy. In an RCT informed therapy space, the therapist is not a distant expert analyzing your behavior from a chair across the room. Instead, they show up themselves relationally with authenticity, empathy, and transparency. The therapy focuses on where connection already thrives in your life, where disconnection or shame shows up, how culture, identity, and power shape your relationships, and how you and your therapist can model a healthier way of relating together. RCT sees the therapeutic relationship as a micro example, a practice ground, even a lab for more empowered and connected relationships outside of therapy. Some core ideas to know. RCT is built on growth fostering relationships, so connections that increase vitality, clarity, and a sense of worth. Mutuality, where both people can influence the relationship and have equal power, not just the client being examined. Relational disconnection. These are breakdowns that cause shame, withdrawal, silence. Relational resilience, the ability to repair, renegotiate, and stay authentic in relationships. Together, these create a model of healing that honors your specific context, your culture, your lived experience, and the systems you move through. RCT is powerful for people whose distress is rooted in relational wounds, survivors of relational trauma, people navigating identity-based shame, individuals who grew up needing to shrink themselves to stay safe, and those who struggle with authenticity or belonging, as well as people from marginalized or collectivist cultures where relationships are already central. RCT can stand alone or be blended with other modalities. I myself use it along with EMDR. It could be combined with somatic work, ACT, or even CBT. Limitations and transparency. RCT has strong theoretical and clinical foundations, but a smaller body of randomized controlled studies compared to CBT. That does not mean that it's less effective. It just means it's harder to study in a lab-like environment because it's deeply relational and context-driven. Many clinicians integrate RCT principles into evidence-based practices to get the best of both worlds. Here's one RCT-inspired practice you can use immediately. I want you to notice one moment today when you shrink or stay silent or hide a part of yourself in relationship. And then ask yourself, what truth did I feel I couldn't say here? Even naming that silently to yourself is an act of relational courage. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, take good care of yourself and your relationships.